What's going on, ladies and gents? Today I'll be showing you how to download the PCSX2 PlayStation 2 emulator for PC. That's a mouthful. This is requested by me, or not requested by me. It's requested by one of my friends, so I'm going to do it. The first thing you're going to want to do, I've linked both pages that you'll need to go to in the description. First one you want to do is the actual emulator itself. Just go and click the download button right here. And then I'll show you the next one later. So it's going to give you this setup thing. It's just going to want to go ahead, uncheck that. We don't want to start menu shortcuts. Yep, that's fine. It's just going to install itself. Shouldn't take too long. And then you'll see this little icon appear on your desktop. So if it wants to finish installing, there we go, close. Alright, so here you go. Language selector, I just keep it on system default. Existing, nah, let's overwrite because I had to re-download this. I'll overwrite them. Don't mess with anything here, it's not that big of a deal. Yep, next. Alright, this is where you're going to need to go to the other link in the description for the BIOS. Just download the BIOS and save it to some folder. Then you're going to want to go ahead and unclick Use Default Settings and go ahead and click Browse. I have it saved to a folder called ROMS on my desktop. I think it's this one that's English. Oh, no, Browse. Because if you download this, then it'll give you, yep, and select folder. Yep, USA. So you're just going to want to go ahead and click Finish. Oh yeah, here, you want to click on it first, and then Finish. And it's going to pull up the program log. I'll go into default settings as well. So, System, C DVD. I don't have any of this saved here. It automatically creates these folders by default. But again, I just save it to my ROMs folder. Like, stuff like Dark Cloud. Brings it up like this. You can show that it gives you your speed, your limiter, your FPS right here. It does lag a little bit when it gets right here, as you see, but then it just goes back to normal. You got config to set up things like your controllers, video, mess with the settings a bit. Yeah, let's go in here. There's my terrible graphics card. If you can make heads or tails of any of this, then I suggest fiddling with it to best suit you. System. You can either resume, which will put you exactly where you left off. Because if you close out the window, it doesn't close out of the game. It'll just temporarily pause it. Even if you close out of the emulator entirely, and then reopen it. Oh wait, never mind. So as long as you just keep this open, you pretty much never have to save. What else can we do here? Emulation setting. Memory cards. Let's go into memory cards. You just create a memory card, but by default, it has these two. One of them is formatted just because I've used it before. You can click create if you want. Mem card. You can have it to an 8 megabyte, which is just standard Sony. You can just have it all the way to 64 megabytes, or you could just have it inside a folder, but it's very experimental, so I wouldn't suggest that. Just go with 8 megabytes. Go and create. And there you go. Now it's an unused card, so we can just insert that into the second port. Now it's memcard.ps2. And it's as simple as that to get yourself started with PCSX2. If you want to download ROMs, then I would suggest going to Player.net. Because Nintendo and a bunch of other companies started taking down ROMs except for this place, you can still get ROMs for PlayStation 2. God of War 2, Final Fantasy X, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Yeah, you still got all this stuff. WWE SmackDown, Call of Duty 3, Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, everything's still here. So I will also leave a link to this website in the description. But that is about it for downloading and just basic setup of this emulator. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope this helped. And if it did, tell me down below. Don't do that, actually. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just going to end the recording here. Thank you all for watching. Peace.